Okay, this is Untitled Beatles All-Star Beatle Batting Order Starting Lineup 2022. 3, 2, 1. Untitled Beatles Podcast. Take me out to the centerfold photo shoot. Take me out to...
I swear to God, I was trying to play center field.
I'm ready to play today. Look at me, I can be center field.
We gotta start this over. I was trying to play center field. No, what did I?
You played centerfold, which is good for center field. Or you tried to do that talking baseball
with Willie and the Duke.
Talking baseball, the man and Bobby fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Nuke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey and the Duke.
Yeah. Welcome to the Untitled Beatles Podcast. I'm Tony Mendoza.
And I'm Mel Allen. As we look into highlights from the 1977 All-Star Game.
Let's bring it all home as Major League Baseball presents This Week in Baseball.
Remember during a rain delay?
It was great. I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved whenever there was a rain delay and they played old sports highlights. I thought that was the best thing. Yeah man.
It's kind of cool. It was a great idea.
It was a great idea. Did you watch the baseball bunch growing up with Johnny Bench and Tommy Lasorda and the
I didn't.
San Diego Chicken and all that?
No.
Oh, it was a great little syndicated show. It came on like Saturday mornings. It was basically like a cleaned up version of the Bad News Bears.
Johnny Bench, and this is the baseball bunch.
Little leaguers would have these moments like, oh, the ball went through my legs, and Johnny Cash
would walk the line.
He walked the line and offer them some speed pills. No, some greenies, or what did they call them in baseball? I think they called them greenies in baseball, I think. If you read that book, that Jim Bouton Ball 4 book, he tells you all about the underworld of the baseball. Anyway, Johnny Bench would come out and give you, fundamentals and all that stuff. It was a great little show. I loved it. I think they would sometimes play like Play of the Week, things like that. It was a great little show.
Okay. No, I didn't see that.
Excuse me while I wipe down my PR40, TJ.
Excuse me while I wipe this out. Wipe out. I'm glad that phenomenon went away. You're a surf rock guy. You probably love Wipeout. Wipeout's driven me crazy since like 86.
Yeah. What is Wipeout? Wipeout is the overplayed song. That's not the surf music I listen to. When I'm talking about surf music, I want to hear Dick Dale.
Take it off.
Even like the Ventures, they were not a surf group, but I like that kind of stuff. And then like Man or Astroman later on. And remember we used to cover like when we did shows together, we did like a surf version of the Godfather theme.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. That was based on I want to say, what were they called? The Devil's Motherfucker. I swiped that off of one of those like 90s surf bands.
Okay.
The Satan's Helpers. No, that was Pee Wee Herman's biker gang.
Did anybody tell you that this is the private club of the Satan's Helpers?
Nobody hit me to that, dude.
It's off limits!
Oh. Well, my mistake.
I believe Tony was going for 90s surf rock band Satan's Pilgrims.
Well, TJ, we are going to talk about this interesting concept that our producer KC came up with that we ended up calling the Beatles All-Star batting order. But before we get to that, just some light housekeeping, just a little dusting here. Thank you all for listening.
I close my eyes.
I like that song.
For a moment, and the moment's gone.
Yeah.
Did the organ just get a lot louder? We're not
No,
up to it.
You need a checkup, man.
You need a checkup.
I want to be at the centerfold shoot. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not done it yet, feel free to write us a kind review on Apple Music or Spotify or wherever they do the reviews, and that helps us out, and we appreciate it, and we love you, and keep listening. And you know what? I wanted to share this. We have a lot of our listeners. We meet up on that Discord, discord.com. It's kind of like a little tree house, a little clubhouse that Untitled Beatles, goofballs, we all kind of hang out there and we razz each other. We talk about covers. We talk about bootlegs and yeah.
A lot of resin.
There's a lot of resin here at the on the mound.
And I think the rosin bag just exploded. Yeah.
And Vaseline and sandpaper. Remember when Joe Nicol got caught doctoring the ball? It was summer of '87, I want to say.
Okay.
And he did this thing. He had like sandpaper in his back pocket and he was scratching the ball up. And the ump kind of caught him. Ump goes up to the mound and is like, search your pockets. And he starts searching his pocket out. And while he's like doing his back pocket, he throws his arms out and a little thing of sandpaper goes flying out of his hand. They found it. They're like, what's that? And he got like suspended or whatever.
Bill Nicol has been kicked out of the game, and they say that he doctored the baseball with something in his pocket.
Anyway, we're over on Discord, and you can chat with us. And yeah, but one of the people who started this Discord community is our faithful listener, Star. And she's a young lady out there, big Beatle fan, big John fan, and she likes to do this thing where she collects bootlegs.
Big Julian fan, Tony.
Yeah, she's very jealous that you got to see Julian back in, what, 99 you saw him?
85.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You saw him in 85?
Yeah, we saw him on the Velat tour. My father took me. It was at the amphitheater downtown in Chicago. Long gone.
Wow, man.
And I don't remember much about the show. The ticket my mom saved is in a photo album somewhere, but he did Stand By Me and Day Tripper. And I remember at the time, like, complaining to my dad, I'm like, those aren't his songs. I'm like, that's like, I love the show, but I was very harsh. I'm like, he shouldn't be doing Day Tripper. Out of respect for his dad, don't do it. Like 11-year-old me being a dick.
We have all these rules. Yeah, we're going to have some rules coming up with our all-star batting order. But Star, she does this thing called Star's Search, where she finds a bootleg. And let's do it. It's time for Star's Search.
Where can I hear Beatles bootlegs? Star Search.
What does your husband think about bootlegging?
Part of the people.
Well, as we all know, Star's favorite Beatle is John, but today she informed me that she was really stoked to find this demo of a very young George Harrison composing his first Beatles song, Don't Bother Me. Yeah, it's really cool because it just goes on. It's like about a 5-minute clip, and it's him finding a song. It's like he just kept the tape going. And it's really interesting. Let's take a little listen. And so apparently he has a cold. If I recall, that was like the inspiration for this song. He had a cold and was like, don't bother me. So you hear him coughing and stuff in this. And I find it really curious that, and maybe it's because he's got a cold, but instead of singing the melody line, he's whistling it and have a really high-pitched whistle. I was impressed. I'm not a good whistler. My whistling range is like, that's about it. Can you whistle?
Anyone can whistle. That's what they say.
I can't, but a little George thing. We've talked on the show a few times about George playing guitar on the Belinda Carlisle song.
Yeah.
Leave a Light On. George does the whistling at the beginning of Billy Joel's The Stranger. It's a really funny bad whistling moment. So it's like a jazzy, like, it'll be very funny.
And you say that's George, huh?
Yeah, that was George Harrison with Belinda Carlisle.
Oh, don't tell Olivia.
Yeah.
Well, thank you once again, Star, for all your digging. We like it here, and it's just fun to listen to kind of these obscure Beatle bootlegs on Star's Search.
Star Search.
Cue the lines.
Okay, TJ, let's do this. This is a funny idea. We're calling it the Beatles All-Star Batting Order in honor of the All-Star Game, right?
Which has been over for a week or two by the time this makes it to air.
Perhaps, yeah. Oh, and by the way, congratulations to the National League, American League, for their win.
And congratulations to this year's All-Star Game MVP,
Giancarlo Stanton.
All right. Yes. So I'll just use Casey's words because this is kind of a hard concept to explain succinctly.
Yeah.
Producer Casey says, dumb half-baked episode idea. Let's change that. Smart, fully baked episode idea, and was inspired by Tony's uploaded folder of Beatles in mono. All the tracks are dumped in one folder, not separated by albums, and each file leads off with the track number. Example 01, back in the USSR. So if you sort the folder, you get all the track ones, followed by all the track twos, etc., etc. So maybe something like an all-time Beatles all-star starting lineup, where you put together a 14-track mixtape where each track has to appear in the same position as it was on the original UK canon albums. Does that make sense? So we're taking, like the track 1 from an album, the track 2 from another album, track 3 from a different album, and trying to make like a nice, like your strongest mix.
Yeah, the strongest mix.
Or like an all-star mix, what you consider to be, an all-star set of Beatles songs in honor of the Beatles and their love of baseball. Shea Stadium, Candlestick Park, Comiskey Park.
Yeah. They played Cleveland Stadium, right?
I think so. Yeah. The Astrodome.
Budokan, where the Cubs played the Mets in an exhibition series in '69. I once woke up, I think in 2004, maybe, to watch, and it might have been Cubs Mets in Japan to open the season at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I recall setting my alarm to watch that on Channel 9 as like a 26-year-old.
Major League Baseball opening up its season outside of North America for the first time ever. Cubs and Mets at the Tokyo Dome. It's opening day in Japan, or technically opening night.
So let me ask you a question. Much like an All-Star game, do all albums have to be represented? Like in the All-Star game, every team's got to have one representative, which is not the case in basketball. It is the case in baseball.
Yeah, I did not do it that way. Did you do it that way? Did you include one from each record?
No, and I think a record or two got a few.
Yeah, that's okay. Same with me. We were trying not to be too rules heavy on this, but yeah, that would be a good challenge actually. If we were to revisit this again, you have to pick one from each record.
Yeah.
That would be hard.
Well, then I sent you a Slack that may or may not have been influenced by a weekend afternoon with an edible on the deck being like, what about a DH? What about a starting rotation? And you were like, hey, man, what do you want to do? And I was like, it's all good. It's all, we don't need it.
I thought for this, we will go like by team, meaning, we should give ourselves team names. This is very on the spot. So I'll be one team, you be another team, and maybe we can have you all decide whose mix won in this all-star Beatles batting order lineup showdown home run derby.
Great. I've got my name. Do you have yours?
I'll take, yeah. What's your name?
We're the Meat-Free Mashers.
That is great.
Because we love Meat-Free Monday and we watch a fuckload of MASH.
All right, and I'll be the no autographs.
Nothing will be signed after the 20th of October.
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
Is your mascot peace and love? Like a conjoined mascot?
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Yeah, I've got the two mascots, peace and love.
They both
but no
middle
more
fingers.
No more autographs. No more autographs is what we're called. No more autographs.
No more fan mail. Thank you. And no objects to be signed. Nothing.
Ringo, I love you. Paul, to Paul's great credit, Paul defended him in some interview concurrent with that. Paul was like, Ringo can say what he wants, and he's right. Like, Paul really stepped up to defend Ringo when the reporter asked Paul about that. That was a beautiful moment to me.
Yeah.
Because it was crazy.
Anyway, peace and love, peace and love.
Well, it's all because he got tired of seeing his stuff on eBay or whatever. Like, yeah, I'll sign that thing. And then they don't, the people he's signing it for don't give a shit. They just see like dollars. They see Ringo, this amazing human, as just like a dollar sign with drumsticks sticking out of it,
And I get it, but again, the phrase "I'm warning you with peace and love" is outrageous.
It really is
outrageous.
It really is.
I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do.
I love you, Ringo, but it's absolutely insane.
Well, who should go first? Which team is?
Let's NFL it a bit. We'll do a coin flip.
Coin flip.
But because you're home field, you get to decide. So you call heads or tails.
I don't have a coin on me at the moment.
I don't have a fucking coin either. Who do you want to go first? It's your idea.
I have an edible. Like we flip an edible, but
these flipping edibles.
I do. Oh, here I have a guitar pick. I have a guitar pick, and one side has a logo, and one side does not.
Okay.
So we'll call the logo side heads, and the blank side tails.
Great. You call it.
All right. So I'm flipping this guitar pick. Tails.
Tails is the call. Let's go down to the field.
It is tails. I am tails. TJ, I'm going to have you go first. I want to hear your... Charge.
All right. So I've got 14 songs here, and my list isn't totally finalized, so I'm gonna go off the cuff because there were a few.
Like a manager. You're like a true manager. You got some pitch hitters and some
yeah. I got I'm the Tony La Russa of this exercise, which means I'm drunk and probably should have not unretired. Batting leadoff is I looked at Sgt. Pepper. But I wasn't going to go into it with Little Help from My Friends, and Sgt. Pepper on its own felt a little barren. So I thought, what's the way to open this? And it's with A Hard Day's Night. Your leadoff hitter doesn't just get on base. He or she hits a grand slam.
Oh.
To start the game off.
Well, you can't hit a grand slam as the first batter.
Well, what you don't know is the kids who threw the first pitch all stayed on the field and got base.
He threw 4 balls. And
I meant to say a home run. He hit a home run, not a grand slam. The bases are empty.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog.
The leadoff batter is traditionally an individual with a high on-base percentage, plate discipline, bat control, good speed, and the ability to steal bases. Does that sound like Hard Day's Night to you?
Yeah, A Hard Day's Night is the Ricky Henderson of Beatles songs.
Yeah, man.
Is that fair?
It's the Rod Carew. It's the Wade Boggs of Beatles songs.
Yeah.
It's also the Pete Rose of baseball songs. Uh-oh.
Throw back this, throw back that. It ain't where you from, it's where you throw back at. I rock the Reds, Pete Rose when I'm in the natty.
Who's in your two-hole? The second batter is usually a contact hitter, TJ, with the ability to bunt or sacrifice a base runner, which you won't do in this case because you hit a home run, apparently.
Right, bases are empty right now, right?
Yeah. Who do you have in the two-hole?
I have Something from the Abbey Road album. I feel like you go right from the Beatles' most energetic opener, George's best song, and I feel like to have George, it shows the importance of having George Harrison in the Beatles being second at bat.
Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover.
I like that. That's cool, man. All right, well, let's this is very baseball, but also we're thinking of like a mixtape too. So energetic, Hard Day's Night, Something. What you got next?
Explain to me what the third batter in the lineup does.
Well, the third batter in the three-hole is generally the best all-around hitter in the room, often hitting for a high batting average, but not necessarily very fast. Third place hitters are best known for keeping the inning alive.
Did Babe Ruth bat third or cleanup?
Yeah. Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Tony Gwynn, George Brett. Yeah, man.
Some of the best hitters of all time. And yet I'm going to give you a song right now that isn't on Beatles 1. It is on the Red Album, of course, but especially in America, one could argue it's their most important song. And it's tricky to think of it as Babe Ruthian, but from an important standpoint it is, and that's All My Loving from With the Beatles.
Oh, nice.
All my loving I will sing to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true.
Nice. So young, old, young, meaning early, late, early.
And John, George, Paul.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, who's batting cleanup? What song is batting cleanup now, man?
A cleanup hitter's role is very important. Cleanup hitters are usually mashers, and we are the meat-free mashers. So talk about what a hitter in the four-hole does.
I hope you strike out, man. Fuck your mash. I eat meat. I'm in the fucking no more autographs. We eat meat.
You guys are
we eat
dicks.
meat while we sleep.
You guys are the Mets. We're the Cubs.
Well, what's your number 4? Yeah, what's your cleanup? What's your power song?
In honor of great White Sox, I'm pretty sure he was at Philly for longer, Greg the Bull Luzinski.
Yeah, Greg Luzinski, 83, winning ugly.
Uh-huh. The four-hole, I got motherfucking Hey Bulldog.
Yes.
Yeah, which has been a favorite of mine forever. Again, oh, hey, wait a minute. It's a piano rock song. It's also
but it's baseball. You have to do the organ. You have to do the organ. Charge.
How about this one? Check this out.
Major 7.
Cue the lines.
How come you don't hear Major 7 chords at ballparks anymore? Yeah, I got Hey Bulldog, which to me is now that would be Tony in baseball parlance. He would hit a grand slam if all three of my previous batters were on base. It is difficult for the batter in the one hole to hit a grand slam. So there you go.
I like it. I like that a lot. Fifth and sixth batters, and sometimes seventh batters, have traditionally been RBI hitters with the main goal of driving runners home, especially with sacrifice flies. But modern sabermetric baseball theories posit that even the fifth and sixth batters should have high on-base percentages.
Moneyball!
Sabermetric.
Moneyball's never worked. The A's have not won a World Series. Have they even been to they've been to one American
in the 70s, man.
I mean, in the Moneyball era, in the Billy Bean, early 2000s on air. Like, what the fuck have they won?
They need to grow those mustaches back, man.
It's what they need.
Mustache ball.
I I've got batting fifth, Here, There, and Everywhere from Revolver. That will not be the last Revolver song we hear. Number 6 is, I think, my favorite song from the Help album, You're Gonna Lose That Girl.
You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl.
Yeah.
And number 7 is my favorite Beatles song of all time, which is Please Please Me.
Please, please me, won't ya, like I please you. Please me, won't ya, like I please you. Me, won't ya, like I please you.
No, that's a good. Those are some heavy hitting songs. You got a good middle there.
Middle of the order stacked.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Wait till the No More Autographs come up to bat. We're gonna show you a thing or two.
Batting 8th and 9th. What do you talk to me about hitters later in the lineup?
Yeah, I'll tell you about that. Well, 7th and 8th batters are often not as powerful as earlier batters. They probably have a lower batting average. Typically a catcher, second baseman, or a shortstop plays in 7 and 8. And then 9 is usually reserved for the pitcher. Although they just changed that, right? Isn't there no more pitchers batting?
The National League is fully DH, I think, for 2 years now.
The designated hitter, or DH, is a player who bats in place of the pitcher. The pitcher still handles his regular duties when his team is on defense, so the designated hitter does not play in the field.
Yeah, not into that.
It's weird.
Not into that. I liked seeing the pitcher bat. When I was a kid, I thought the DH was badass and all that, but now as I get older, I'm like, oh, I liked it when the pitcher could bat. There were some pitchers that could hit. Babe Ruth, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Drysdale hit 29 homers in his career. Bob Gibson, Carlos Zambrano hit 24 homers in his career.
Kerry Wood hit a home run in the NLCS in a game they lost.
Yeah, man.
Greg Maddux could hit for a little power.
For a little bit. Wild thing. Also, Sloppy Thurston, for real. Although he was more of a triples hitter. He hit 10 triples. Schoolboy Rowe and Dizzy Trout are some other pitchers that could hit.
Dizzy Trout, my favorite Ringo cover of Dizzy Miss Lizzy, part of his Seafood trilogy.
Get me a big one, fine special trout, stop in the water, I pull her right out.
Well, who do you got? Who do you got for 8 and 9?
Batting 8th and 9th, I'm using the DH. 8 and 9, I have Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I have
nice.
to.
I like that you didn't separate them. I like that you didn't do that. Yeah, man.
Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies. Penny Lane.
Well, that's the order in the Magical Mystery Tour, so it made perfect sense.
Yeah. And the single.
And this, well,
even though it's a double A,
double
I guess
A. But you're right. It is Strawberry
right.
Fields. It's like 51 Strawberry Fields, 49 Penny Lane. That fair?
I agree.
I've got those batting 8th and 9th, and I looked at it a little bit like an all-star game.
Yeah,
when you can have mashers batting low in the lineup because everybody can hit or do something productive.
I like that. Now, 10th through 14th hitters tend to add a bit of entertainment to the show. Famous 10th and 11th through 14 hitters include the Philly Fanatic, the Swinging Friar. By the way, I met the Swinging Friar at a key party recently, and it was a good time.
F-R-Y-E-R or F-R-I-A-R?
That's a San Diego Padres mascot, the Swinging Friar. Yeah,
I had no idea.
And Fred Bird, which is the Cardinals
isn't that the
mascot.
Chicken? Hold on a second. Isn't the San Diego mascot the chicken?
The San Diego, you're right. You can have more than one mascot, it turns out, because remember Ribby and Rhubarb for the White Sox?
Right. And the Bulls have Da Bull and Benny the Bull. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Cubs have something called Clark these days. A little Cub.
Yeah, Clark's like a creepy teddy bear.
Yeah, man. They should have made a mascot out of that hellish statue of Harry Carey coming from hell that's at Wrigley Field with the demon faces in the fire underneath him, holding a fucking Budweiser.
It's like the Jordan statue, but it's of Harry Carey holding a Bud.
Yeah, man. That's a joke. Obviously, I don't know. Maybe in cricket, I don't know. I caught a cricket match in Nottingham years ago, and I love that they broke for tea. Like the game stopped and they all sat down and had tea. I thought that was the funniest thing.
I had another look and I had a cup of tea and a butter pie. Butter pie? The butter wouldn't melt, so put it in the pie. All right.
So what do you got in your Beatle batting order? 10, 11? Yeah, what's the rest of it?
Okay, so just to recap where we're at, we have A Hard Day's Night, something. I said something new. I get the whole Something New album in number 2, predominantly anytime at all. 1 Hard Day's Night, 2 Something, 3 All My Loving, 4 Hey Bulldog, 5 Here, There, and Everywhere, 6 You're Gonna Lose That Girl, 7 Please Please Me, 8 Strawberry Fields, 9 Penny Lane, 10 is Don't Let Me Down.
Nice. I like that you're getting into the later material. Like, yeah. There's a flow there. Go ahead. Sorry.
Although 11, Every Little Thing.
Oh, you go back. Interesting. Yeah. You got Every Little Thing in your 11. That's interesting.
Yeah. 12 is Get Back.
Sweet
okay.
She thought she was a cleaner, but she was a frying pan.
13 is Got to Get You Into My Life.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, man.
And 14 is A Day in the Life.
Even though A Day in the Life's a 13, right?
Fuck. I was looking at the vinyl. All right, here's a tie. Okay, then, and fuck.
I think Day in the Life is disqualified.
I've had enough. You're out of here. What do you mean?
Yeah, the ump just said Joe Negro over here trying to get away with some.
No, dude, check it out. I've got a contingency plan because my adjustment list is off. Going back, 12 is Get Back.
All right.
Number 13 is A Day in the Life.
Okay.
And number 14 is Tomorrow Never Knows.
Wow, so you're kicking out. You kicked out Gotta Get You Into. Well, I guess, Day in the Life trumps it.
Day in the Life, sure.
Yeah.
Are you sure about the track order on Pepper? I'm a vinyl head, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man.
I trust you. I'm, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, we're here. Let's count it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, of course you're right. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm used to my bad. On the 8-track, She's Leaving Home as part 1, and then She's Leaving Home as part 2. So
I forgot you're doing this 8-track only fast.
All my 8-track. Sorry about that. God, my research for this episode was 6 weeks.
Well, that is a good line. I say that is an all-star lineup, man. That is an all-star lineup. I think I'm going to give you a run for the money, though. I might. I don't know. We'll see. But that is a good lineup. Kudos to your 14 tracks there.
Your team can't hit a grand slam at the first batter.
No, I don't think it will. I've got a little system. I'm the manager of the No More Autographs.
So no more fan mail. Thank you.
And I've spent some time trying to load the bases and then, get some runs here.
Okay.
So... Not get the runs, get some runs. Please, people, keep it clean. People. All right, batting first for the No More Autographs is a nice, I think it's like a double at least. It won't be long. Bam, bam. Yeah. I think it's a double off the Green Monster. We're playing in Boston.
Oh, perfect. Wait a minute. It won't be long as track 4. Oh, I was thinking Meet the Beatles.
Exactly. No, we had to go UK. Yeah. I was like, I got a feeling you're going to pull some Bill Veck tricks with you're going to bring in like track 7 from the Portuguese pressing of UK rarities.
Penny Lane with the extended trumpet intro is number 12.
Yeah, so he could beat the tag out.
Right, exactly.
So I'm starting, leadoff hitter. It won't be long. That's like my Paul Molitor. That's my Rock Reigns. Remember when Tim Raines was calling himself Rock Reigns?
Sure.
In the 2-hole, kind of a Ryan Sandberg up to bat with The Night Before.
Treat me like you did the night before. Like the night before.
I'm giving it to Paul for The Night Before because managers have a tendency to put a left-handed hitter in the second spot because of the gap in the infield if there's a runner on first.
I'm forgetting where Rhino was batting I think in 89. He had 40 home runs. Rhino had a 40 home run season.
It might have been 87. Remember when everyone was hitting homers in 87?
Well, that's when Andre Dawson hit like 47 home runs and got MVP, and the Cubs, I think, finished in last place or second to last place in 87.
Sounds about right.
But there was a year I think the year the Cubs went to the playoffs, 89, I think Sandberg had a 40 home run season.
Correction. Close. It was 1990.
Batting third is what I think is a very strong song from John, Across the Universe. This would be the Phil Spector version.
Yeah, not the Birds version. The Birds and the tweeting.
I can't read this writing, you know.
What is that tweeting bird out there, for God's sake? There's birds, goddammit, out there.
Right. No. Phil didn't like birds, so we get the slowed down version with all the singers on it and all that stuff. So I feel like I got the bases loaded here, man. And this just between innings, a major trade happened. I was able to get in for batting fourth. Hey, Bulldog.
Whoa!
I think I just hit a grand slam, man.
This ball is crushed.
What happens if we have the same player?
That's what just happened. There was a trade that happened in between your list and my list.
Who did I get?
You got.
I need you.
You got Getting Better. I traded you for Getting Better and Good Morning. I gave you Good Morning too.
Okay.
Good Morning's in the minors right now.
I'll take the trade. I wouldn't mind a future pick and cash and a song to be named later.
Batting fifth, I would say this is kind of my Keith Moreland, my Dwight Evans, my Ben Zobrist, who won the World Series for the Cubs.
Yes, he did.
Lady Madonna.
Okay, all right.
Lady Madonna. I like a nice, strong sixth hitter, too, and that's why I wanted to close my album side out as well with I Want You, She's So Heavy, batting sixth, man.
My six hitter is You're Gonna Lose That Girl. Interesting battle.
Yeah, that is an interesting battle. Yeah. I think you've got more of a Tom Paciorek song.
I don't want a guy they called Wimpy.
Oh, did they call him Wimpy? Was that his nickname?
Paciorik's nickname Wimpy? Is that what Hawk called him? Hey there, Wimperoo. Tell me if this hurts.
I can see that.
There's the Whipperoo.
Tom Paciorek used to do ads for the White Sox that were hilarious. There was one where he obviously was not there for a fireworks show, but pretended to look at the fireworks show. They used to have a Comiskey, and he's going like, "Oh, wow. Oh, cool." And it was like he was in the Beach Boys. It was like that.
Tom Paciorek is White Sox Mike Love. No question.
Very much win and ugly. Yes. Yes.
He's got a big, ugly club and a head full of hair.
Yeah, I would say I Want You, She's So Heavy is more of a Jody Davis pick.
Hey, a lot of home runs for a catcher back then.
For real.
Yeah.
All right. In my seventh, I've got Michelle, a lighter song. Not going to hit as much power, but it's still a nice, strong song, I think.
Okay.
Number 8, one of my favorites. I just love him. Happiness is a Warm Gun. It's a sparky kind of sometimes you can have a sparky hitter batting 8th, you know, give you a little energy at the end, you know, like Jason Hayward.
Yeah. Sometimes you have a Sparky Anderson manager and you're managing like a Sparky Anderson.
Sometimes.
How can you not take Strawberry? I'm stunned. When I picked Strawberry Fields at 8, I was like, that's Tony's too.
I know. I debated it. I was thinking about this. I was looking actually at the album order of this mixtape. I know we're leaning heavy into the baseball here, but I was looking at the mix, and Michelle into Strawberry Fields didn't work as well as Michelle into Happiness is a Warm Gun for me. Like the guitar, you know how Happiness is a Warm Gun opens with the finger picking? Yeah. To me, the segue works, you know?
She's not a girl.
Batting ninth, not the strongest. You know, the pitcher's got a bat, and that's why I put It's Only Love in there, a secret favorite of mine.
I get high when I see you go by. My oh my.
I had for sure my parentheses say you were going to do Sleep Ditch.
Oh, right, because that's on Past Masters. Yeah. Sleep Dick is, that's the schoolboy row of the Dizzy Trout. No, Sleep Dick's the Sloppy Thurston, let's be honest.
The Dizzy Trout is the Mike Trout of Sleep Dick. Oh, yeah, Sleep Dick. What kind of world? Quick baseball talk.
Sure.
What kind of world do we live in where two people who grew up enjoying baseball? Like, have you seen Ohtani? I've seen him like on highlights. Have you ever watched an Angels game with two of the best players in baseball? I've not. Never.
No, and it's getting harder and harder to just watch sports. When we were growing up, it was just on free television. Now you have to spend like $14 on each team you want to see, and I don't do that. You know what I mean? So, I you know what I do? I've been doing lately is I go to minor league games, and
that's fun.
I love that. I'll go down to Gary. I'll go up to Wisconsin and check out the bratwursts and up there in Appleton. I think is it Appleton? I think.
Foxes? Anyways. Is that the minor league team up there?
Well, they used to be, one of those teams used to be like some like Wisconsin snake, Timber Rattlers.
Yes.
And then I think they changed to the bratwursts. And in LA, I went up to see something in like way up north up in Frank Zappa country up there. They were like where the aviation and all that is. And then I went to San Bernardino too. And anyway, I like minor league ball. It's cheaper. It's fun. They have all that stuff between innings. That's just so fun. You know, like people getting dizzy with the bat and trying to race each other. And
it's a Tommy Rose song, right? Dizzy?
Yeah.
Dizzy. I'm so dizzy. My head is spinning.
You should check out a Chicago Dogs game. We went there on the 2nd of July.
We got to.
I took Carrie and Harrison there. We had so much fun. Let's do a trip out there.
I would love to. Yeah.
Cheap. It's fun.
Yeah, man.
The only problem is they got a ketchup mascot. That's bad Chicago planning. You can't have a Chicago Dogs team with a ketchup mascot. Doesn't work.
You know what makes me really sick to my stomach? What? It's watching you stuff your face with those hot dogs. Nobody puts ketchup on a hot dog. What the hell are you talking about?
All right. Rounding out my batting order / mixtape here at the 2022 Beatles All-Star batting order lineup. Batting 10th, I've got For No One. Batting 11th, In My Life.
That was on my runner-up list to Every Little Thing.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised you went with Every Little Thing, because I was like, I got In My Life, man. That is that's going to be a clutch song at the end.
I've been listening to a lot of the Wilco album, Summer Teeth. It's just a great summer album for me. And that song ELT, Every Little Thing, has got me thinking of the Beatles version a lot. And that's kind of why I went with it. I've got Every Little Thing on the brain.
Every little thing, every little thing, every little thing is gonna set you apart.
That's funny. See, I always hear that song and I think of ELP. And then I'm stuck in a room listening to 30 minutes of Emerson, Lake and Palmer song that I don't know the name of it.
How about Carnival 9?
Well, batting 12th for the No More Autographs is, in fact, our mascot, the Old Brown Shoe. Here he comes, Old Brown Shoe. Look at him go. and my first appearance of a George song.
Oh, okay.
I had to get George in there. Yeah. I had to get George in there. And I love Old Brown Shoe. That's one of my favorites of his.
That's interesting. I had something in the 2-hole because I respect George Harrison.
No, I take the Jeff Emmerich position that he was not a very good guitar player and was a waste of my time.
He wasn't a prolific guitarist, and he had trouble.
Batting 13th is from Abbey Road. She came in through the bathroom window. And then, also another, this is a new acquisition because I believe we traded this one to you, but then we got it back. Something went wrong with the contract. Closing it out with Tomorrow Never Knows, which I think is one of the best album closers by the Beatles. I know Day in Life, but that's 13. So who won? Who won the Beatles All-Star batting order lineup 2022? Please feel free to comment to us. We have a Facebook, we have a Discord. Get in on the game, and maybe there'll be some kind of decision made by the time we record another one of these.
We can't let this baseball episode go by without dropping some of the Lee Elia rant, which I know we were talking about 1982. I'm pretty sure that was in the 82 season, the former Cubs manager who was caught on...
Was it 82?
Was it?
I always thought it was 80. I thought it was 1980, but let's, yeah.
When did...
It doesn't matter. It was in the 80s. Oh, here, let's Lee Elia rant.
Yeah.
Really? 1983? It looks like it says maybe April 29th, 1983.
83, okay.
Thank you for listening. And as we're both from Chicago, let's give a shout out to our favorite Cubs manager of all time, Lee Elia. What do you got to say, Lee?
I'll tell you one fucking thing. I hope we get fucking hotter than shit just to stuff it up them 3,000 fucking people that show up every fucking day. Because if they're the real Chicago fucking fans, they can kiss my fucking ass right downtown and print it.
Well, thank you for listening to the Untitled Beatles podcast. I'm Tony Mendoza.
I'm TJ Shannon playing songs from Damn Yankees.
Nancy Faust over here.
I met Nancy Faust, which was awesome.
She's awesome, man. Yeah, she's cool. And she was in the band Faust, too. A lot of people don't know that. She's the reason. Anyway.
She changed her to Feist. She's saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, can I have a little more? Is that Feist?
I think so. I don't know. I was more into Faust. You're more into Feist.
1, 2, 3, 4, can I have a little... Fucking Feist was allowed to steal from Sir Paul.
1, 2, 3, 4, tell me that you love me more.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I love you.
Oh, teenage hope.
Thank you to our producer, Casey Baker, our umpire today.
I've had enough. You're out of here. What do you mean?
If you like us, subscribe to us, give us a nice review. Find us on Discord. We're out there. We love you. And we also, as Chicagoans, we love both our baseball teams, the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox.
I don't love the White Sox.
I do.
Tried.
Let's hear it. Go Comiskey. Winning ugly. Craig Luzinski.
I like Ron Kittle. The first team I loved was the 83 White Sox, and my father was like, no.
Winning ugly. That's the story of the 1983 Chicago White Sox. Brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers and proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team. For all you do, this Bud's for you.
Untitled Beatles podcast. Like and subscribe.
We'll never agree about Cubs and Sox, but we do agree that our favorite Cubs manager of all time is Lee Elia, and here he is. What you got to say, Lee?
What the fuck am I supposed to do? Go out there and let my fucking players get destroyed every day and be quiet about it? For the fucking nickel-dime people that show up? The motherfuckers don't even work. That's why they're out at the fucking game. They want to go out and get a fucking job and find out what it's like to go out there and a fucking living. 85% of the fucking world's working. The other 15 come out here.